This is just bullshit. Check your head, Marcus. Turn around, look in the mirror, and you think about what you've done. And you just think about it. Righto, Tigers. For this video, I'm gonna need two things. This and this. The sickness has got me, but in the true spirit of Adrian Barker, who just pushes on through sickness, I'm going to try to do the same thing. Now, there's something special in this box, but let's first talk about the pandemic. Nobody liked the pandemic. It was a horrible, horrible experience. But so many things were born out of the pandemic, namely this one. See this? This is a Studio Underdog pizza watch, which was just released not too long ago, and you can buy it directly from the Time+Tide boutique, or if you catch up with Andrew or Richard from Studio Underdog, they can give you a very special QR code which will allow you to buy this very, very special, very delicious watch, which is just beautiful. My one actually says prototype, so yeah. The price point of his watches are kind of in that $1,000 sort of mark, let's say. Now, there was a few other people that started during the pandemic, and namely, this is one of them. Because it could be interesting to see what kind of different creations people came up with during the pandemic. Let's have a look. Won't be needing this. Seriously. Wow. Okay, here is a pandemic creation, but this is a Fleming watch. This was the brainchild of a guy called Thomas Fleming, and this is a very, very remarkable watch. Now, one of the very first things that I spot about this is that dial. Look at it. It's like a sparkly midnight disco ball. Now, that is called an adventurine dial. Adventurine is a type of gemstone, and it's very, very sparkly and very, very deep. So when I think about kind of what I'm gonna do with my set, I really want to pick up on that aspect of it. I think it's now time to hit the studio table. Let's go. Here's the watch. So it's already looking pretty good, just even in this sort of gray dial surface, but I'm gonna go a little bit, I'm gonna lean into this adventurine dial because, I mean, look, it's pretty sparkly. First up, here we go. A little bit of grey slate. Like, I think I can use this, but this is from my son's stone collection, and he accidentally broke this one, which is it's kind of disappointing, but anyway. So I think we need a few little bits of color here. It's looking pretty dark and muted. Here's a nice magazine. So maybe if I just this little plant, I'm gonna chuck it over here, maybe. Have this little thing here, which is a little date calendar. Another little stone, Time+Tide tool, a little fidget tool, and a little pencil. I have a lot of these little bits of wrist jewelry which I've got over the years. We need a little reflector board. I'm going to put the reflector board here, and then it's going to sit here in between. I'm going to put the watch in the middle. I kind of looking at this and I'm sort of feeling like it's I don't know, maybe I'm just reaching a little bit, but I reckon that once I get this one extra light in, which is going to wash over the watch, I think it's, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. Oh, let's just go with it. I reckon we'll be fine. In full honesty, I really don't think that, oh man, I don't know what to look at. My hierarchy's all over the place. Hierarchy is just like, what do you look at first? What's the eye drawn to? And right at the moment, I'm not sure if it's the watch or this little trinket up here. And I'm just losing the magnificence of that dial. Okay, this is a mirror polished watch, so it reflects your environment, and you know, when you look at this all around here, it's just reflecting the room. It's just dark and black. Man, I gotta be honest, this is no good. It's just too much going on. what the was I thinking? With this rock and stuff like that. Dude, the rock's already in the watch. Why are you putting another rock in there? Oh, bro. Nah, this is start again. This is scrap it, man. Scrap it. Forget it. This goes in the bin. This goes in a fiery dumpster. Okay, so I'm going to do it better this time. So I think the first thing that we've kind of learnt from looking at those pictures is it's just too dark and it's too busy. So first, let's address the dark aspect. We want to make it lighter. So if I look at this surface here, I think, look, it's a nice surface. It's a very neutral grey, which is great. But I think we're going to go for something a bit brighter. And let me let you in a little photographer's secret, okay? I've got a lot of different surfaces which look like things but aren't things. Let me show you what I mean. See this? Who would have thought that stone could look like this? So, let me see. I'm going to turn this around here. Here we go. Well, I'm not going to put the watch down just yet, but I'm going to sort of find a few little objects which I think, are going to work way better. I'm just going to place that there. I like to draw, I like to illustrate, but what I like about this is it's very beautiful inside here. Like, so in here, we've got a very sort of, everything's hard surfaces, man-made textures, but just throwing something soft in there like a plant or the edge of a jacket or a piece of fabric, it just gives us another texture in the shot, which just helps to give it a bit more life, just sort of breathes a little bit more reality into it. So I look at this shot and I'm like, nah, we need more dingle. This is called dingle. So maybe that's cool there. I'm just going to chuck that in there, see what happens. We're losing the dial in this shot, but I mean, I'm getting a nice little wrap, that white wrap just on the top. But all around here is dark because it's just reflecting my environment. And I think that, you know, based on this dial, I want to be able to bring this watch up to the camera and really see it. But right now, it's just very flat. We need more white surrounding reflections. I never knew a nose could sound like that. We have these little special photographer's boards. You could use any kind of bits of white cardboard, really. I'm going to place it like so. And as you can see, you're like, Marcus, what are you doing? Like, look at this shot. It's getting even darker. Just relax. I'm not finished yet, right? It looks dreadful. Let's have a look at the watch now. Okay. But we're even darker now, and we've got super dark underneath here. I have foam, which is super, super helpful. So I'm going to put it here. So there you go. So have a look at this now. See what happened just then when I put that board in? See this little edge? So we're starting to sort of see a little bit more shape of the watch, which is great, but we're still way too dark. So I actually have large lights. You would think to light a watch that you could use little lights. You can, but when you're shooting a watch, you want to shoot a very deep f-stop. And so I want lots of light. Okay. Now already you can see when I fired this up, it just all of a sudden is starting to sort of bring this scene to life. I'm going to maybe just here. And I'm going to grab another light, which is over here, and I'm going to up light. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Now you can see with this bounce board, it's white and black. Now that line is really very productive in a watch shoot, and I'll show you why. Okay, and then I'm going to put this right over the top. What kind of tomfoolery is he up to? So this up light, as you can see here, is going to bounce up off this whiteboard here. And there's a black section up here, which is really nice. And that black section is going to give us that nice little line on the dial. See, now, because of this overhead bounce board, now when I lift the watch up, I can actually, it looks good down here. And if I bring it up higher and higher and higher in the shot, it looks good. Now you see that little white line of reflection? That is because I created that little split bounce board above. So now black is really, really important when it comes to actually showing the color of a dial. You need black and white reflection. Your eye will really interpret color based on seeing both of those things. If I shine this now, see this direct light? Now we get to see that aventurine dial sparkle. And we weren't getting it before in that other environment. It was just too dark. What an incredible movement. I mean, to be honest, this has got to be one of the most beautiful movements. Holy smokes, check it out. You could just watch that mechanical marvelry for days. It's just so good. Those power barrels just insane. Holy moly. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Let's see if we've done any better. Lightroom, open, Sesame. Oh, wow. Jeepers, look at this. Look at this. I reckon let's just add a little bit more punch here. Let's bring that up a little bit. That's good. Oh, my goodness. Will you just look at this freaking movement? Look at these little gold appliques to the power reserve. Oh my goodness. This is just another world of results, everyone. What do you think? Oh my goodness, it's such a pleasure when you get it right. You know when you really screw up big time and someone offers you redemption and you do a great job and then you get a big pat on the back and you sort of feel good about yourself. Well, this is one of those moments for me. I think this needs a little lifting there. I mean, look at this dial. It's just, you can just really now see this aventurine stone pop. I love this little haze just here. Just here. See this little white haze on there? It's just really nice. I like these little kind of imperfections. Oh my goodness, this is just a work of art. Woo! Look at that. Okay, well, look, I tell you, just keep it simple. You know, let the watch do the talking. If it's mirror polish, really think about white. Like if your instincts are sort of, you know, making you doubt, there's usually probably a reason for that. So, you know, if I could sort of turn back time, I probably would have just axed that before I even shot that phase one of that approach. That would have saved me a lot of time, but you wouldn't get this episode because this episode happened because I f***ed up. But you know what? Let me know your thoughts. Did you like the first result better than the second result? If you did, you can leave. No, but really, let me know in the comments because I really do enjoy kind of hearing your thoughts and interacting with you guys and gals out there. And in response to some of the questions that were asked in the last episode, I will be making a purpose-built video showing you exactly how to get the best results out of using just a phone to take photos of a watch, because there are definitely some tips and pointers that I can give you. So stay tuned for that. And hey, have you subscribed? Do you know what subscribing is? It's just free. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Just click on that button. The button, you know. Like and subscribe.